Hey guys, so no, today is not one of my regular videos. I am in the process of making my next Create This Book episode, but that's not going to be finished for another couple days, so I hope you enjoy this video. In the meantime, I have discovered a new borderline obsession with these little squishy, I don't know what they are, toys I guess. They're just super cute little squishy things, and they look like food, and they're homemade from start to finish, and I'm going to show you exactly how to make them in this video. Also, all of the materials that I use on these in this video will be linked in the description, so you won't have to hunt for them. Okay, so let's get into what materials you will need. Okay, so first of all, you will need the foam, and this is the Smooth On Flex Foam at number 3, and you will need both part A and part B. Also, some disposable gloves. Then you will need a whole bunch of disposable cups, and feel free to modify this if you want, but this is just the way that I set it up to keep my surface clean and everything organized. So first I have a cup that is labeled A and also a stirring stick that is labeled A. Then I have a cup that is labeled B and its own stirring stick as well, and these are just popsicle sticks. Then you will need a cup to mix the two solutions in, which I don't usually label because I have to get a new cup every time I do another batch. So you also need a bunch of extra cups if you plan on doing multiple batches. Then I have a cup which holds my measuring tool, and you don't need this exact one. I do find that this is a good size to work with. And also another popsicle stick, which I'm going to use to actually mix the liquids. And finally, I keep a wet paper towel in another cup, which I just use this to clean off my measuring tool. And next, you will need some silicone molds. Today, I will be using some cupcake molds, a cake mold, and a donut mold. And finally, you'll need some fabric paint to decorate your squishies. So now on to the process. You'll start by measuring a spoon of your B solution into the B cup. And this stuff is pretty thick and sticky, so make sure to scrape all of it out of the measuring spoon. And then repeat that, so now you have a second spoonful of the B solution going into your cup. And make sure to replace the cap as quickly as possible to preserve your solution. Then use your B stick to thoroughly stir up your 2 spoons of B solution in your cup. And get your wet paper towel to clean out your measuring spoon before you move on. Now you're going to take your A solution and measure out 1 spoon into your A cup. No matter what size measuring spoon you have, the ratio should be 2 spoonfuls of the B solution to every 1 spoonful of the A solution. If you want extra squishy, put a tiny bit extra of the B solution and a little bit less of the A solution when you're measuring out. Again, stir your solution thoroughly with your A stirring stick. And finally, it's time to mix. Use a clean cup and start by emptying out your B solution into the mixing cup. Take your time to scrape everything you can out of the cup. Now get your A solution. Get your molds ready and pour your A solution into your mixing cup. This time you'll want to work really quickly because you don't have much time to mix before the solution starts foaming. Now quickly mix the two together. You should be making sure to scrape the sides and bottoms of the cup and stirring very rapidly, almost like whipping it. Do this for no longer than 15 seconds and then immediately pour into your mold. Once the foam is in the mold, you can repeat the whole process over again to make more squishies. And unlike your A and B cups, which you can reuse for your next batch, you'll need to use a new mixing cup every time. Now it should take about 5 minutes for your foam to fully rise and about 25 minutes before it's dry enough to touch. The foam supposedly expands about 15 times its original size, so you will only want to partially fill up your molds. It may take some practice to figure out just how much to fill up each different mold that you have to get them just right. Now I've made all the squishies that I care to make today, and it's been about 30 minutes since my last batch, so it's time to take them out of the mold. Using silicone molds makes it super easy because you can just peel away the mold from the squishy. So as you can see, these are super soft and squishy, and they feel really nice and smooth, and honestly it's kind of addictive to just squish them over and over again. And now onto the really fun part, which is decorating. And this is my favorite part of making these squishies because the possibilities are just endless. You can really get creative with this, and it's just a lot of fun. And you may have to paint these in stages because you can only paint one side at a time, and then you'll have to let it dry before turning it over to paint the other side. It's like manufacturing your own toys, and I know I'm 21, but I still love toys so much. And what's not to love about these? I mean, they're just so cute. And make sure that you are using fabric paint, not just like acrylic paint or anything like that, because if you use something like acrylic, it will crack when you squish the squishy, but fabric paint is like stretchy and bendable, so it will hold up really well. Also, if you have them, do not use expensive paintbrushes and puffy paint. It's almost like glue, so your paintbrush will never be the same after you use it in puffy paint. It's still usable and everything, like it totally works, especially if you're just using it for puffy paint, but it will make your brush kind of stiff and weird afterwards, so just use some cheap old brush that you don't really care about. Okay, so that is it. I'll show you like close-ups of each one of these in a second, but I hope that you guys really enjoyed watching how these turned out. Really, these don't take that long to make, but the longest part is just waiting for them to dry so that you can squish them. I have a ton of these that I haven't painted yet. I'm planning on painting all of them, but if you guys want to see like occasional update videos where I show you the ones that I've finished painting recently, let me know and I would love to do that. It will just be a quick video and it won't take the place of either of my series at the time. It'll just kind of go up in between randomly and you guys can see the ones that I've done. Okay, so first of all, I have this donut, and this is the only one that I ended up using soft pastels on. I tried to make it like semi-realistic, so I put like dark on the bottom and like lighter in the middle like an actual donut. And then I did put a glaze over top of it so that it does not rub off. On top, I just did like this metallic green frosting with just white drizzle, and it's got little drips on the side, and it's pretty squishy. It's not the squishiest one that I have, but it's very soft and it feels really nice. Then I have like this, I don't know, I thought it was like kind of a summer themed cupcake, and it's just like a vanilla cupcake with some turquoise frosting and some brightly colored sprinkles, and then the cupcake wrapper is like ombre orange and yellow, and it matches the sprinkles, and I'm really happy with this one. This one is really squishy and I really love this one actually. Then I have this rainbow cake. You guys know how much I love rainbow, and I couldn't resist doing some rainbow in this video, so I did like a vanilla cake with light icing and then just like rainbow filling with some rainbow sprinkles. This one is also very squishy and I really love this one, to be honest. Then I did this chocolate cake with dark pink frosting on top, and then it's got like light pink filling and light pink sprinkles, and then it has like a little dollop of whipped cream or something, and then like a little fudge drizzle. This one feels a little bit different than the rest of them. It's like not as squishy, but it's really soft. It's like a cloud. Then I have this cupcake, which is kind of plain, but I like really love this. I don't know why. So I just did chocolate, and it's like a naked cupcake, so it doesn't have like a wrapper on it, and then some white frosting and a fudge drizzle. Pretty much feels the same as the summer themed cupcake. It's like that same squishiness, so yeah, it's really nice. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed this video. So yeah, I will see you guys soon with my next Create This Book video. Bye!